Anyway, welcome in Advice Pod. It's the end of season 2. We were off last week. If all goes according to plan, this will be out on Black Friday.
Whoa.
So
Okay.
we're gonna do the final episode, special episode, final season 2, Black Friday, the whole big thing. All right. So
Okay.
we'll get to the news at the end with the surprise. There's a surprise at the end, so listen to the whole episode. Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Who's got the first post? Is it me?
I think I got it.
We literally just lost Kelly for half a second, but she's back.
Oh my God,
Rayshawn,
that was me.
yeah, but you came back real quick. Rayshawn, you
Okay.
have our first post of the day. It was deleted, but it's still mostly there.
Okay, I think this is an interesting one. We opening up our first r/ags of the day. What are some not obvious signs someone is attracted to you? Not
I'm dying to know y'all's thoughts on this because I've never had this happen to me.
I don't know, because someone told me when people talk about you or say like mean shit, sometimes they like you, and that is not obvious to me.
I definitely bully
crazy to
people
me, I'm gonna
that I
say
like.
something crazy back to you. So like that's not obvious to me.
Do you mean like they say rude shit to you like directly, like they treat you like you're an asshole or something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's like that shit from kindergarten, you know? You pick on the girl or the boy that you have a crush on.
I definitely like gently bully people that
Yeah, you do.
You like?
Yeah, I do.
No, she gently bullies everybody, but maybe you
How
bully a
is
little bit.
how is somebody supposed to get that you are attracted to them when you're like?
Because I'm smiling when I say it, obviously.
When that's the default, though. I mean, it's just tough to tell. Like, you're just bullying everybody. How am I supposed to be able to discern whether I'm getting the good bullying or the bad bullying?
Well, it's my attention regardless, so it's all good, right?
Damn,
I guess
Cal.
at the end of the day.
Good save. Good
I
save.
know, right? I was like, shit, I don't know.
I'm
What are
trying to
some
think of
not
one that I could suggest that I've had experience with. I don't know. Nobody likes me. What do I do when I like people? I guess that's really the way I should be looking at this. I don't know. You just pay more attention to them. Like you can't help yourself but to pay more attention to them, which I guess maybe is like not really in the spirit of the question because that's kind of obvious. Like, hey, stop fucking poking me and trying to get my attention all the time. You know. What's a less obvious version? I don't know. I don't know. I do everything very intentionally for the most part because I don't know how to be. So I have to be like that. I don't know subtlety. That's not my thing.
I think one that kind of people know, but then they don't really think of it is if the person that you're talking to kind of mirrors your body language. And it doesn't have to be exact. Like, it's not like somebody exactly copies what you're doing, but like subconsciously, like if you turn a little bit a certain direction and they also kind of turn that direction, like if they're noticing those things and mirroring them, it's supposed to be because they like you. Maybe they're just a follower. I don't know.
That's interesting. I think I don't know if I think I would notice that, but I don't know if I would be like, oh, they like me. I probably think they was like, oh yeah, they see how they want to be like me type shit. That's low key what I would think.
You know what one is like a winner chicken dinner? If you're in a group setting with someone and you like, and like there's someone in there that you like and you want to know if they like you, when something makes everyone laugh, look at them. Because if they're looking at you while they're laughing, they like you. People psychologically, when they're laughing and they feel good, they look at the thing that they like the most. So if you're in a group setting and you like something happens and everyone's laughing or whatever and they're looking at you, but you're looking at them, so watch out because like if they know that trick, you've just given your hand away, you know.
No, but then I can be like, no, I was just doing the thing. All right, I don't actually like you. I was just doing the thing to see if you
I was just seeing if you like me.
I was doing a science experiment.
I'm usually the one telling jokes, so I can't even laugh.
What are you talking about? I laugh at my own jokes the most.
I think I'm the funniest.
I think it's always kind of. I do laugh at my own jokes. I'm not gonna say I don't. Sometimes
no
I
shit.
do.
Yeah, you do.
But
I'd call you a liar if you tried to say you didn't.
But a lot of times I try not to, like, because it's
Why?
like, because it's like
Just laugh at it.
it's a comedian thing. You just don't like to laugh at your own stuff.
I don't
Why?
know, man.
Just laugh
One day
at
we're
it.
gonna
Life's
unravel the. One day we're gonna unravel the mystery of how intentionally funny Rayshawn is with his comedian like punchlines and bits versus just like how naturally funny he is off the cuff without even trying to be. You know, I don't know. I feel like
Imagine.
that's when you're more apt to laugh at your jokes. When you're not doing a thing, you just something fucking funny comes out of your mouth.
Yeah, that's when I'm most likely because I didn't plan
Catches
it.
you by
A lot of
surprise,
times I
yeah.
don't plan things. I just say stuff.
So when you say the more ridiculous shit, I'm trying to think of a good example. I mean, I feel like there's been a few over the year, but an example of you given, I don't know, I guess seemingly earnest advice. Oh, the thing that we did earlier this year about like you started off the segment, whatever the segment was, you started it off by being like, I could never have a threesome with my girl. But by the end of it, you were like really open to the idea of threesomes and like curious about them and asking questions. Like, that's one of those moments where I'm like, I can't tell if he just did that on purpose because he's fucking brilliant or because he just had like a weird swing in his thoughts in the last 10 minutes over this segment. And now he's just saying some wild shit. I don't know.
Sometimes talking it out is how you like unlock, you know?
That's how you get gay.
You're like,
man.
wait, maybe I'm into that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You never know.
That, and also I feel like sometimes the conversations we have on this podcast I don't normally ever have. So
Okay,
like
yeah.
most of the times I'd be like, what? This is like a whole nother like, oh shit. Okay, this
So
is something
it's
new.
It's me and Kelly making you gay. I got it.
Okay.
Okay. That was a little over there. But okay, whatever y'all say.
Body language,
Mhm.
the laugh thing.
Looking at you while you're laughing, yeah.
Creepy. I don't want people looking at me as I laugh because they'll be like, fuck, why does he laugh like that? What's wrong with him? I don't want that.
Okay.
Although I have been complimented on my laugh in the past for how fucking obnoxious and boisterous it is, but I've also gone to a shouting match with fucking Mark Maron about how loud my laugh is too. So, you know, it giveth and it taketh away, I suppose. Yeah. Fuck you, Mark Maron. I'm starting over that shit, bitch. You old fucking sober ass bitch. All right, moving on to the next segment.
Did we? Was it? Those were the non-obvious things. Okay.
I mean, unless you guys
I
got
think you
more,
should just assume.
I was really happy to end on a fuck you, Mark Maron note. So,
Oh yeah,
tell
no,
me.
I was just curious. Yeah, no, that's fine. It's good.
While reading some of these comments, a lot of people said the thing I said in the beginning when people act like they don't fuck with you or you think they hate you type shit, and then that turns out they like you the whole time.
Yeah, it's
I feel like that's such bullshit. Just
enemies
tell me
to lovers vibes, you know.
I was told that once. Like, I thought you hated me for like the last however long, and this is weird. And I'm like, is it weird? They're like, no, it's not weird, but like it's weird given how much I thought you used to hate me. I'm like, oh, I never felt that way. My bad. Maybe I was being the bully.
Has somebody ever told you that you like, I didn't even really know who the fuck you was? Like, how can I hate you that much? Like I've had people tell me, I'm like, we've never even really interacted. Like, how can I hate
that
you?
person? There was enough of a long time. Like, I'd known them for a long time for them to be like, I really thought you didn't like me. But like, I've had other people who have been like, man, I thought you hated me, and I'm like, I have no fucking idea who you are. Still, I might hate you. I don't know. I haven't made my mind up yet, but let me tell you, bud, you're not starting off on the right foot with that fucking kind of compliment. Why are you thinking about me hating you? You don't know me like that. I don't know you like that. And the fact that you thought that I did know you like that means you don't know me at all.
I tell people, if you thought I hated you, that means I didn't hate you. Because if I hated you, you knew.
You know.
Yeah. You will know. Because I will flat out be like, I do not like you. Something about your personality just don't mix with mine.
I will go out of my way to let you know how much I hate you and to hit you with my car.
I just don't think it's no reason to be fake and spending time with people you don't fuck with. I hate when people do that. Just be honest. I only hang out with 3 people out of my 10 friend group. So that tells you.
Damn.
The other 7 people listening to this are like, what the fuck?
I do big outings, but you'll never see me one-on-one with some of these people. It will not work. Oh
Yeah, I
man.
feel you.
All right. Well,
Okay.
I'd like to think
Nice.
that I'm in the friends group, but I don't do outings with you. So maybe you just meant like your friends in real life in Ohio,
Ohio
but
friends.
you're in my
Yeah,
friend
probably my
group,
Ohio friend.
Rayshawn. My normal, regular friend group that I don't even have to discern from local or long distance because that's how much I love you. And I
That's
fucking
so
hate
cute,
Mark
you guys.
Maron
You're
and
like my
Joey.
internet friend / real friend because I actually met you, so that gives you like
True.
a higher
Yeah, I'm
thing
up
than
there,
most
baby.
people.
I'm up on
Versus
the
like
tier
all the
list.
people like I know because I have a lot of people I hang out with, but you be top.
Ooh,
Look at
it's
that.
taking like 2.5 years and 600 podcast episodes, and we got there, folks. Rayshawn finally
It's
admits
so cute, you
on his
guys.
friend. Finally. Also,
I've said you my friend. I
know.
might not have said you my best friend, but I've said you my friend.
Don't worry, buddy. I'll keep saying it for the both of us. Moving on to the next one, Kelly, I believe you have this one, and it's near and dear
Yes.
to my heart, so I can't read it. You have to read it to me like I'm
Okay.
a child.
Ooh, oh, I
It's
see.
in the
This is a nice title.
podcasting subreddit. 4 years in, should I give up on my podcast? Uh-oh. I started a podcast with my wife in late 2019. We cover news and review movies, TV, and video games. I enjoy the experience with my wife, but we really have not grown much over the 4 years. We have had a couple lengthy periods of time away from the podcast due to personal issues and getting busy. But it still feels like we should have grown more than we have. Recently, I joined a friend's podcast as a guest, covering similar content. He hadn't put out an episode in about a year and a half and said he got 25 downloads shortly after posting it. I usually get 10 on average, and seeing him be more successful after being absent for a long time just has me feeling like I have failed even more. I'm obviously happy for his success. I just find it hard to not compare myself. I have always called our podcast the hole in the wall bar of podcasts. The hole in the. Sorry, let me read that again because that
That's a
threw me for
shitty
a
name.
loop
No wonder
here.
nobody likes your podcast, dude. What a
Yeah,
crappy
hang on a
name.
second. I have always called our podcast the hole in the wall bar of podcasts because we don't get a lot of listeners, but the ones that we do get seem to really enjoy it. I'm just starting to wonder if that is worth it and if I should consider ending the podcast. It just seems like every podcast is more successful than mine, no matter how obscure it is. And being 4 years in, does that prevent me from seeing growth as I am not a new podcast being highlighted? Would love people's thoughts, especially if you've been in a similar situation. Feel free to ask any questions, and thanks in advance.
I like
Lengthy.
this actual post. This is an actually good post because I feel like I've been in this type of mindset.
Situation.
All three of us
Sometimes.
have been. That's why I wanted us to talk about this one.
Because it's like even like with Kyle. I mean, Kyle does way better numbers than me, but he's been also doing this longer than me. So that always come into effect when I think about it. And the fact that he also put more work into his podcast than me. So I mean, I'm just telling the truth.
Thank you.
To me, it always comes down to this. And this is why even though I have these moments, I always keep my podcast going. It's the fact that no matter any time of the day, like if you see me outside of just the podcast or just talking with friends or listening on YouTube, I'm always really talking about or listening about something about anime. So it's like always in my head. So I always have conversations and things I want to talk about. So if I can find people who will like to have these conversations, yes, because my regular friends, they get tired of talking about anime. Like I literally have to like try to talk about different other stuff, which I'm very diverse because I can talk about pretty much anything because I listen and watch sports and everything. But most of the time, I'm always like, who you think on who will win these two people or who these like, and it just be like, man, Do we got to talk about Naruto every time? Like, you know what I mean? But
like, yeah, we do though.
Yeah, bitch, you gotta tell me who wins this battle. What if and go.
And I want you to have good arguments because I'm going to argue your ass to death. And I think that's why people get, you know. But you know, I think if it's something you like to do and it's something you're going to talk about no matter what, you might as well keep it going. Because I mean, at the end of the day, what are you really potting for? Do you think it? And I guess everybody has that goal. Like, oh, maybe I'll become famous or something like that. And which it can happen at any time because you never know when your stuff is going to start to spark or you're going to grow some people or anything. Because you don't even know how he getting those 25 followers or downloads. And that's, to me, I don't even know why you're like 25 downloads. I'd be like, man, that's not that good either. Like, we need to work on getting better numbers than this.
I had to mute my mic when Kelly was reading it because I was listening to the numbers and I'm like, 10. Jesus. 25? That's what impressed you? 25, yeah? Oh, wow. Okay.
I would have low-key, I would have been fighting podcast. I only had those two numbers, but that's just me personally. But I do better numbers than that. But
the other thing too is like, and like Kelly, I want you to go next. But the other thing too is like 10 downloads or 25 downloads. How many people do you think that really is? Tell you what, it's not fucking 10. It's not 25. It's maybe more like 4 and maybe like 11. So, you know, don't get too hyped up on metrics. I mean, metrics are great. They're important. You can't improve what doesn't get managed or measured or whatever. I forget the phrase. What gets measured gets managed. What gets managed improves. I fucking forget. Who cares?
I've never heard of that before in my life.
Yeah, it's from one of my podcast clients, actually. I can't think of the right phrase. I'm sorry, Adam. On the off chance you ever listen to this degenerate shit, he's a very wholesome financial planner from Carmel, Indiana. So I doubt he's dipping his toe into this.
What the fuck is this?
Don't take that too serious, Fred.
His name's Adam. We love you,
Adam. I thought he said Fred.
Fred. Anyway, Kelly, what's your advice to this podcast connoisseur?
I mean, listen, I'm in a very similar boat.
Hey, is this foreshadowing? Go ahead. Just give your advice.
Where interested in like anime, so I made an anime podcast so I could talk about it because none of my friends are into it. And I only stopped doing it because they don't make any seasons anymore, so I can't talk about them because they don't come out. But I just do it because I like it. So if he is into it with his wife and they have fun recording them, then who even gives a fuck? You know what I mean? Like, who cares? Genuinely.
Yeah. You both said the most important thing that should be imparted to this dude is that if you're having fun doing it and it's a thing that you and your wife like to do together, have at, bro. Do it at your own pace. Do it as, as often or as irregularly as you'd like. But have fun. That's the reason you do it. Have fun. If you think that for some reason you're going to catch an audience, like a real audience that you can live off of, you're in the wrong field, bro. Straight up. Podcasts, everyone. All right, so like one of the first questions or one of the first like big red flags maybe is the better way to say it. When I'm talking with a potential podcast client, I'm only managing for a couple people right now, but like I've been managed like up to 6 or 7 shows at a time over the last few years. Whenever somebody wants to launch a show, I'm like, all right, what's your show about? And that's when they're like, oh, it's this for my business. It's a marketing funnel for the top of my business. I'm a financial planner. I want to give financial advice. I want customers to get comfortable with me, pick up the phone and give me a call to manage their money. I helped a dude make several, not 100,000. I think podcast leads for one of my clients made like 80 grand for him, like in revenue one year, just because he makes a podcast every week, right? I think those people, yes, go forth, make a podcast. It's every other fucking bozo who's like, me and my friends have such funny conversations. And like, I feel like we could be Joe Rogan. And I'm like, yeah? Joe Rogan, huh? Okay. Never mind. Oh, I ran into a dude the last time Mellor was home. So I forget when that was. End of August, maybe September. I met a dude at a bar who told me that he has been dreaming about starting a cooking podcast. And I'm like, all right, well, automatically that means you're making a fucking YouTube television show, basically, and you want to put out an audio form. And he like told me the whole pitch of it. And he's like, we have somebody over and we cook dinner and we talk about their life. And I'm like, this sounds like the least like inspired. Like I've seen that idea a billion times. Everyone's seen that idea a billion times.
You had that
famous people do it.
Why are you going to be the dude to make that happen? And he's like, no, take my number. Let me get your card. I'm like, whatever, bro. I know you're not going to call me because you're drunk on a Sunday afternoon at a fucking bar and just talking shit. Like you want to do on your podcast that you're never going to make. You have to have a purpose behind it. If your purpose is, I want to be rich and famous, just don't do it because there's already a million other motherfuckers out there trying to do it. My podcasts are, what's the right way to put? Super Dope was, I wanted to learn how to make a podcast. Dragon Ball Super Dope. I was talking about Dragon Ball every day, all day anyway, since I was 6. And then I was like 28 or whatever I was when I started that shit. And I put 22 years of Dragon Ball fandom into a thing where I learned a new skill, audio editing and all that bullshit, right? For advice, it's much more for me. It was the same idea, but wanting to learn a little bit more about video editing and being able to offer this type of service to my clients in the future should they want that. I now have some video editing skills. It's also mad fun. All right. I love talking shit with you guys. And also it's like a comedy fucking brain exercise a lot of the times too, because like we're trying to make each other laugh and have fun. Those are the reasons I like to make podcasts. I never expect to catch a huge audience, make any real money. Super Dope pays for the licensing for the podcast hosting fee every month. Super Dope Patreons pay for that. So patrons on Patreon, thank you so much. We love you, Super Dope. But if your intention is like, I think I'm going to be the next Joe Rogan, just don't do it, dude. Just don't do it. There's already too many podcasts in the world. Yours needs to have a purpose, or it needs to fulfill some sort of outlet for you. Or like I said, I mean, you have it be successful so long as you have like a thorough game plan and you stick to it. You deliver quality content like my CPA planners, my financial planners do in their podcasts. This dude, he doesn't seem like he loves to do it with his wife just because he loves talking shit with his wife. Also, way too wide a niche that shit down if you really want to try to do it to find an audience. Like I get that you like all those things, but not everybody who might listen to one episode of your podcast is going to be interested in all those things. Anyway, I say, get the fuck out of here, buddy. Doesn't seem like you love it. Seems like you're fed up with your 10 downloads after 4 years. If I had 10 downloads after 4 years, I would have killed myself. Thankfully, Dragon Ball Super Dope hit the ground running way before I was ready to be in front of as many ears as it caught early in the game. So, yeah, this dude can kill himself, kill his podcast. I forget what I said. Any final thoughts?
Don't kill yourself, please. Just a little asterisk. Little asterisk.
Yeah. You guys always got to cover your fucking bases. Ugh.
Yeah, just to throw that out there.
Good call.
I think if you love talking and then having fun with your wife, you should keep doing it.
There's other things you can do that involve talking and having fun with your wife. And
it doesn't need to be for an audience.
You're recording.
You guys could like watch movies and laugh.
I can make an OnlyFans. Oh, maybe we wasn't going that far.
Yo, actually,
I mean, I was implying it. So,
is that what you were implying, Kelly?
That's what I thought. But then you
having
went to
fun with your wife,
watching movies,
talking, having. A good time.
I was just like, you guys can do stuff that doesn't have to.
You be having full conversations when you having sex. That's kind of funny.
I mean,
I just walked my dog this morning type shit. Like what?
You don't have those kinds of conversations, but you never. We're not talking about making your partner laugh during sex. Everyone's gonna be like, Kyle, make some laughter and sex. That's not what I'm saying.
Why is that a ha-ha?
Because the context of having sex and somebody laughing at you while you're doing it, it's like, you got
laughing at you
during the sexy time. Yeah, laughing with me because I'm so.
Yeah.
I ain't laughing. The only thing I'm trying to do is fuck. Wait, let's get to the next one.
Hell yeah, Ray John. Way to cut it off. now that we've taken the time to suggest that people go and make pornography with their wives as opposed to a podcast, because that serves the world way better. I'm going to take a right turn. Left turn? Going to take a turn. We had a listener submitted question. It is from a listener named Kyle. It is not me. Truthfully, it is not me. Kyle's been listening to Dragon Ball Super Dope for the last couple of years, recently signed up for the Patreon and supports us there. He's been listening to all the, backed up content that we've made there over the years, but he really loves the Advice Pod. And he messages Rayshawn, he messages me sometimes just to be like, hey, what's up? I just listened to this one. That was funny. I like that, this and that. Kyle's had a little bit of a tough year, and I'm underselling it when I say that. He reached out. I don't have like a screen share for this if you're watching the video on YouTube, but I'll just pose the question to you guys. Kyle lost his dad earlier this year, and he is having a really tough time, sort of. I don't know the right word to say it. Like, I don't want to say moving on, because it's not something you move on from. Just kind of like coming to terms with it, I guess, and trying to like stop
being able to live with it, basically.
Yeah. So I told Kyle I'm more than happy to like talk through it with you guys, and we can kind of give whatever advice we can try that might be helpful. But like, I did also give him the heads up that none of us have lost our dads, so we haven't gone through this experience ourselves. And I don't know, we're gonna try to do our best to give some hopefully helpful advice. I don't know if anyone wants to start. I'll jump on it if I need to, but anybody got something?
I mean, I've got a few things, but I just don't know how helpful they'll be.
Oh, Jesus, Kelly. All right, you're not allowed to start. Rayshawn, do you want to start or should I?
Fuck. Okay.
The main thing, all I can really say is like, I don't know if you personally have like a kid or not, to be able to see if you can try to have those same type of like bonds or whatever memories that you did enjoy from your childhood, or things that you wanted to do with your dad but couldn't do. That stuff you could do with your son or something, and that can help you move on, just knowing that you passing that on. I mean, losing a dad, I feel like that would be hard, even though me and my dad are not always like on the same page, but it would be a problem if he
For sure.
died. That probably make me cry. So I would say the best thing to get over that, I don't know, because I'm still one of those people who say if my mom died, I don't even know if I could go to work for 2 months. So I don't even know. Best thing I can tell you is to know that life keeps moving. Bills have to be paid every day. You can go homeless and no one cares. So the best thing to do is just to try to keep trucking. Because every day,
keep on keeping on.
That's the best thing. Because what you feel is bad and worse, there's people out there that's going through it a whole lot worser. And they're either going through it and making it. And I know it's kind of hard to like pit what you're going through with other people, but that's to me is how I get through the day. Like, I'd be like, damn, I got so much shit going on with me today. I can't get through it. But I'd be like, damn, somebody I know probably has it a whole lot worser, and they are doing it with a smile. So,
bro, I love that we have. I don't actually. It's probably not a great thing that we have that in common, but I love that we have it in common. Is the fact that at least age capitalism has beaten us down so motherfucking bad that we just, as you said, keep on trucking, baby, and keep on going to the next day. And I know for me, like, it's not great because it does not give you an opportunity to really process your shit sometimes, because you're just on to the next thing that you have to do, on to the next day. And I am somebody who has something to do pretty much every single day, multiple things a day outside of my job, And I feel like it's probably on purpose a little bit. Can't process if I'm too busy to process. But then when you have like that backlog of shit catch up to you and then you process it all at once sometimes, whew, fucking terrible.
Yes.
And based off of what Kyle's telling me, like, I know Kyle works a lot, listens to the extra podcasts that we have over there. He'll like 4 or 5 of them in a day. He just has them in as he works, I guess. Makes work go by. So that's cool. I'm happy we can do that for you. But like, it does sound like maybe that's what happened to him too. He's like, my dad died and I had to just keep going on with my life as if it didn't happen. And how do I process and get, come to peace, come to terms with it? Ugh, I don't know.
Oh, my cat.
Oh, we got the sneak.
Sorry.
I think the best way is to just say you're going to have to live with that. Like it's not that you're gonna get over, because it's like that's something that was been in your life for so long and played a role in your life. So now that it's gone, that's hard, because it's like, who do you talk to about those things you talk to with your dad? Now you got to find somebody else and basically have that whole type of situation. I don't know if you're one of those people, because I was reading something earlier on Instagram saying that one of the main things about these last few generations is loneliness. I don't know, maybe that your dad was the only person you were talking to, and so now, like, best thing I can say is, like, if that is your situation, is maybe trying to get out there more, trying to meet new people, and trying to stay a little busy. I don't want to say get your mind off of it, but basically keep your mind open to new things and listening to people, because that's how I like to learning about other people and seeing what they're going through, and just not trying to compare my situation, but like understanding that everybody has shit that going on. You're not the only person that shit is happening to. You know what I mean?
And there
But
is,
that's
I
just me.
think, a little bit of comfort in realizing that this is a thing that most people will unfortunately have to experience, and that maybe, I don't know how old Kyle is or how old his dad was, but maybe he experienced it a little bit earlier in his life, which is obviously terrible in its own respect. But there is a weird kind of comfort in knowing, like, it's not like the world just said fuck you and just pointed to me and made me experience this terrible thing. This is a thing that most people will have to go through. What do you think, Kel? I think me and Rayshawn have given enough of a positive bumper up front for you to lay in your
Oh,
fucking
okay.
constructive criticism, and then I will smooth it
Okay.
over at the end of the segment. What do you think?
Well, one genuine actual piece of advice that I think would be helpful for you, like, I don't know, but if you're kind of online a lot or whatever, you could probably find like a online grief support group, like a Discord or whatever, of other people dealing with grief that you could talk to about it, which would maybe be really helpful. So that's like my legitimate advice. Definitely, I think do that. But my like less, like, it's not, I haven't ever had anyone like really close to me die recently. Like my grandma died and my grandpa died, but this was like a long time ago. Um, so I don't know, like, but my cat is really old, and when I think about him dying, it makes me want to throw up. So like, condolences. But I was just thinking to myself, like, this is one of those times where I'm kind of like almost grateful that I have ADHD, because I have object pertinence really, really bad for people. So when people are not like around me, I like low key forget about them.
We
Not because
know.
they're not important to me or anything, but just because like if I don't see them, my brain just like forgets that they're there. So, I don't know. So I'm so sorry. Go for a walk and just accept that that's how it is now, and try to make it funny. Like, I feel like if anything bad happens to you and you don't even just try to make it funny, like, it's a fucking waste. So just try to make it funny and go for a hot girl walk every day and meet some other sad people online.
God damn it, Kelly.
I'm not gonna lie. When Kelly said "make it funny," I thought it took me back by a little bit, but then I realized
No,
I'm.
me and Rayshawn both were just like, what?
I'm gonna be honest. A lot of
You
situations that
gotta.
are sad, I do try to make them funny. So I
You
agree
gotta
with
make it
that. It's
funny.
just sometimes, when people say things and you be like, "That's right," but I don't know if you should say that. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
basically what.
This is so fucked, but I actually think when people have tragic things happen to them and they don't make it funny, it's a waste. I'm like, wow, that fucking happened to you, and it's not even kind of funny. Like, yikes.
Waste of my
So,
time.
ooh, yeah.
Well,
Kelly, like, you telling a sad
Sorry.
story. I thought you was gonna add a
Sorry.
joke at the end type shit. You were like, well, my mom
yeah.
died. Like, I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, I'm a little like thrown by some of the
Cancer?
shit Kelly just said. So I'm gonna do my best to regroup, really just reorganize my thoughts here.
I think she had some good points. I like.
It was
Yeah,
good
you're not
advice.
wrong, Cal. I mean,
No, I'm
obviously,
not wrong.
the three of us specifically, definitely use humor to fucking cope with our bullshit. Like
What?
that's a given. We always have since we were probably the smallest of little baby kids. But
Mm.
I don't know that Kyle's like that. Okay, I don't think Kyle's just gonna be like cracking jokes about his dead dad. And you know what? I get that you think it
Why is
might
he
be a wasted
listening to this?
opportunity to crack some dead dad jokes, Kelly. But like, come on, dude, it's not. Not
I would
already.
love,
Imagine,
I
you
would
could
love
just
to
use
meet
it all the
Kelly
time.
to see if she would do it, if she would crack a dead joke in front of him, because that to me would be like, okay, she is savage.
No,
I
I
never
don't think
catch
Kelly would
teenagers.
crack a joke about Kyle's dad to him. I think if
But
Kelly's dad passed
if
away,
my dad
Kelly
died,
would make
I
a
would
joke about her
fucking
dad being dead within 15 seconds because that's how she deals with things.
Mm.
Even though Kelly is arguably out of the three of us the closest by like a lot to her dad. You'd be a wreck
Yeah.
if your fucking dad died, but you'd be cracking
really
jokes
would.
about 15 seconds after the tears started.
Of course I would. I would have to.
Okay. My advice
Okay.
to Kyle is this. One, I don't know. I feel weird trying to give advice like this. Okay. Just,
Yeah.
I
Sometimes
told,
I don't like to put that in the air. You know what I mean? Just
yeah, no, it's terrible. I had even asked him too, because I went back to find the question in a DM he sent me and he deleted it. And I reached back out to him. I'm like, hey, man, I noticed that you got rid of that. Did you still want us to talk about it? And he said, yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know why I deleted it. And I let him know. I'm like, none of us have lost our dads. The closest person I've lost in my life is probably my grandmother, my dad's mom. I was very close with her. And when she died, oof, man, it was a wreck because it was my understanding the last time I saw her that she was on the mend and she was going to be home in a few days. And then like the next day I had to go in and say goodbye to her on like a ventilator. And I still see her eyes in my brain, burned into my brain to this day, what she looked like that day. But it was tough is my point. What I always tried, Kelly, you want to make a joke about my dead grandma? Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. It's just I find things so funny. Like, going.
I fucking
It's
hate
not
you.
funny. It's really not funny. I'm sorry.
I'm fucking glad we're breaking up. Listen, what we're doing is trying to honor the person's memory who's passed on. And how do you do that? You think about the things that you did with that person that you enjoyed. You think about what that person enjoyed and what they stood for and what they did. And you try to keep that within you. And I hate that you guys are laughing so much through this. I want to smack you both through the fucking computer screen. Kyle, I'm sorry if this feels disingenuous.
I'm trying so hard.
I can tell.
No, I'm wondering what Kelly's like. What's making her laugh?
Kelly's mad uncomfortable talking about this today is really what it is. You just try to honor their memory and do the things that you loved to do with them that were important to them. Like, I'm trying to think of a decent example. The only half decent example I can think of is my grandmother was really big on donating to charities and like just helping people out, generally speaking, wherever she could. She would like literally collect furniture in her fucking garage and like all these things for people who maybe they were going to get their first apartment and she, maybe so-and-so could use this couch for when they finally move out or this, that, and the other thing. She'd always like donate to like veterans charities and all this stuff. Whenever I donate to charity, I'm like the things she used to say, and I don't do it as often these days because corporate America keeps trying to get me to pay for their tax breaks and CVS can suck my fucking dick. I ain't doing that. But when people approach me about like doing charity gigs or whatever with acoustic guitars, if it's a charity, okay, you don't have to pay me. I might put out a tip cup to see if I can make like $20 in tips for my gas, but you don't have to pay me at all. Donate to charity when you can is an example of trying to continue to keep the spirit of a person alive for me that it was close to me that I lost. So I don't know what type of things you might have like that with your dad and your memories of him, Kyle, but maybe something like that because it's never going to not hurt. That's the other thing. It's never going to not hurt. It's going to be with you forever. It's going to stay in your brain and your heart forever. And it's choosing what you do with that fact. Like, it's going to be here forever. Are you going to be fucking miserable and sad for the rest of your life about it? Or are you going to try to take that little bit of miserable and sad memory and try to make something a little bit more positive out of it once you come out of your, understandably depressed funk post-death? So I don't know if any of that was helpful. Glad you stopped laughing, Kelly, you bitch. And you guys have any final thoughts before we wrap this segment up?
It's just genuinely the idea, and I'm so sorry, Kyle, especially if you were really close to her, because she sounds like such a nice lady. But just this idea of you...
She was, but if I told her I made a podcast with Rayshawn, she'd be very mad at me, if you know what I mean.
No, yeah. I do know
not what you mean. Cool. That lady did not like Barack Obama, let me tell you what.
That is funny. That's interesting.
That bitch hated Barack Obama.
Not my president. Oh,
yeah, she probably would have been a Trump head, man. For real.
Oh, God.
See, maybe it's better now my goal was to see if I could have made grandma
Nah, she probably would've
come
liked
on
you.
over to my side.
My dad's best friend still to this day is a dark-skinned Spanish man. Why was that so hard for me to say?
I don't know.
Michael Julius, he's the greatest. I'm pretty sure she might have been a little racist to him at first, but he eventually won her over because he's awesome and, funny and charming. So you'd probably do the same, man. Velbev would have liked you, right? Would have just taken a while.
Long as she wasn't blown out racist, like throwing the ends. But other than that,
she lived a street over from the worst projects in the city of Fall River as well. So she'd seen some stuff happen around her that maybe jaded her outlook on life, Either way. Sorry. I'm sorry I'm making excuses for my dead racist grandma. That's fucked up of me.
Yeah,
I mean, okay, you can love her and she's racist. That's fine. Not one or the other.
Well,
I know she's like, damn, you had to tell all that. I wanted to take that to the grave with me.
She's dead. You already took it to the grave with her. Now I'm here to tell you. I'm here honoring her memory, warts and all.
Nice.
It's okay to admit that people that were in your life that you've lost or whatever. It's okay to admit that sometimes it is some shitty stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, it is not. That's not. But I know
most people did some shitty stuff. I've done some shitty stuff.
I want people to say I was amazing.
I'll
keep that in mind.
Say that about you if I'm still alive, which I probably won't be when you die, because I am reckless and unhealthy, and you sometimes play pickup basketball with your friends.
I didn't know that about you.
Am I being racist? Is my grandma coming through right now? I don't even know what to do.
That's about sometimes in football.
Shit, yeah, football? All right, cool. Well, he confirmed, so that's good. And he...
But I've said that, or did you feel like you just made that?
No,
I play basketball?
No, I know that you've told me that you play pickup basketball, but it's not like we just talked about that within the context of this conversation. So anybody who just heard me say that is like, shit, man, Kyle's really going after it today. Really honoring the spirit of his grandma. I doing a thing that she used to love to do. Oh my God. All right. Shh. All right. Any final advice for Kyle Cleghorn? Any final advice? What the fuck is that?
What the fuck?
I got tricked by this at work today, and I literally almost jumped out of my
seat. On it.
I thought this was just $100 bill when I seen it, but when I almost jumped out of my dental assistant chair, when I was like, "What the? Did somebody leave that on the ground?" I was like, "Oh," picked it up. I'm like, read a whole prayer on the back. I was so damn mad. Lord, I know I need to go to church. This might have been a sign because I was like, I was really mad. I said some shit. I might need to go get some Hail Marys for it because I was pissed.
In case you couldn't get it on the audio version, Rayshawn just held up a very convincing looking $1 million bill. And on the back of the $1 million bill was apparently a church prayer. And Rayshawn's reaction to figuring out that it was a church prayer was him to say out loud, Lord, because he was mad it wasn't $1 million bill.
Oh man, that was so funny.
Unexpected turn at the end there. We're keeping the laughs going. Kyle, I hope this advice was helpful for you, and I'm sorry about my shitty friends and my racist grandma. Next.
And I go pick it up, and I'm like, damn, I'm sitting the whole time in this person's mouth. This $100. I'm about to spend this here, there, this and that. Turn out to be
kind of a perfect way to start off this segment. Is we're about to talk half of the currency that you thought you were about to pick up off the dentist fucking floor today. Kelly, you've got this one.
All right. Would you rather have $500,000 right now or go back 1 year in time right now with all current memories? I emphasize right now, since this is Reddit and people try to be sneaky. So if you take option 2, this takes effect and gives you all the memories you had in your past body as of when you first read the question, even if you wait a day or two to answer, meaning you don't get to try to memorize lottery numbers or good investments or take any knowledge you didn't already have before seeing my question with you. So if you stopped and tried to look back at such things before finishing reading this, tough luck doesn't count. This guy's so serious.
No,
You should
you need
also
this.
know.
You need this.
Oh, okay. Rayshawn posted it. You should also know that it's a one-way trip. You'll be sent back exactly 1 year from the moment you read the question. We'll say for this one, I'm the genie. So if you have any questions before making a choice, feel free to ask. Bearing that in mind, which would you rather take?
I was saying
I
like
think
you
this
need
is
these
fucking
rules
easy.
because just people will take this too far. So you just gotta basically spit it in like a good
Mm.
like category type shit. This is very interesting. The going back 1 year from now with the memories that I have now and all the knowledge and shit.
I
I
think
feel
this
like
is
I'm
so
still
easy.
gonna be lazy. I'd rather just take the
Money.
500,000 years,
Yup.
500,000 money, $500,000 because I just don't know what I don't know what I could do with just going back with the information I have now instead of being like,
Mm.
maybe like I just don't think there's enough time. I don't think it's logically you can remember like I guess if you remember on a certain day before, like if it was your birthday, you can remember those numbers, then maybe. But I don't know. I just think I'd rather just take the money than just redo that whole year. I guess the only thing good about that year is I know I'm going to be alive. Like other than that, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm kind of torn, man. I think instinctively just give me the money, but also around this time last year, I think Thanksgiving will be on or around like the actual year I got offered this goddamn job I took at the beginning of this year. And if I go back in time exactly 1 year and I have all the memories of how much dick this job sucked, maybe I can avoid all that.
Mm.
But then I don't have 500 grand, so I don't know about that either, man. Still need a job. I don't know. I think
Yeah,
I'm just taking the
yeah.
money.
I'm definitely taking the money. This is like so fucked because I feel like sometimes it comes across that I don't like my life or whatever. Like I love my life.
I've never once thought that about you.
Oh, great. Okay. Um, but the idea of like having to relive the last year over again, I'm like, fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why? It's
Hasn't been a
not
great
like
year.
no, it was a shitty year. Everything's so expensive. Like, so I can just cry 3 times a week for another year again. Great. Love that for me.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
I,
I don't cry. I have no feelings anymore.
I
Bitch cries all
wanna
the time. Ooh,
Boo.
I wanna
Call
read
me
a
out.
comment because I think this comment's kind of funny
All
from
right.
the actual post. It's like I got married this year, so I'd love to go back and relive that day. But feeling like $1,000,000 isn't exactly as good as having half $1,000,000.
dude, you
So,
almost had $1,000,000 this morning. Remember that?
Shut the fuck
well, man, I was
up.
feeling like
That
a
was
$1,000,000 man
unbelievable.
for a good five
Made
to
you feel
ten
like you had to go
minutes.
to church afterwards.
Yes, because
Oh
What a
I
my
fucking
was
God.
roller
very
coaster of
angry.
emotions.
Man,
I feel like people who would pick to relive the last year are people who had something like really serious happen that they want to redo or want to
see if they can prevent
appreciate.
or something.
Yeah. But for me, it was just another year, another drop in the bucket.
But then I don't know if I would want to redo it. Like, you know what I
I
mean? Like,
don't
what if
want to
you go
redo
back
it.
trying to
Yeah. Make
like
it
trying
worse.
to like prevent something? Yeah, make it worse, or it doesn't even
Fuck.
prevent the bullshit. So you still gotta. I rather just.
Yeah. There's probably a couple things I should have tried to prevent harder this year that I don't know if I really cared enough to try to prevent. If I go back in time a year, you know what I mean? I'd be like, oh, that
Mm,
thing's gonna happen. That thing's fine, whatever. I already know how it goes. It's fine. But like,
yeah.
I guess the idea of like having to relive some of the shittier parts of this year is just way too like this is gonna sound stupid as fuck, dude. But I've been bitching about this for about a year now, and I haven't talked about Dragon Ball that much today. So the last year of the Dragon Ball manga, if I never have to live through this year again, that'd be sick because
Mm.
it was a wasted goddamn year, and I want to blow my fucking brains out. Chapter 100 is
Mhm.
next month. Thank God. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. I hope it's not a train coming to fucking hit me in the face with another chapter of repeat bullshit from a movie I saw in the summer of 2022. Anyway, I just take the money.
Anyway, yeah. The thing is like money. really does make your life better. People who say it doesn't are just shitty people.
Yeah, rich people.
It really makes your life better.
I think
They just don't want. They
this.
want to keep you out of the secret.
Yeah,
What's the secret? That
they just want to keep us poor.
Rich people all know each other. They're all friends, and they're like laughing at us poors constantly. Kanye West said it. I forget which song. It's a song before he was a Nazi, so it means off the first couple albums, because the ones I love, and Graduation mostly. Graduation's like a third.
It's a good one.
Having money is not everything.
Not having
it is. I say that shit to myself whenever I look at my bank account, and I'm like, "Damn, dog, you poor." Having money is not everything. Not having it is.
I mean, it really hurts, especially because everything in life costs. Like to even do anything. Like now, I'm like, because I'm about to move. Rent prices are so fucking crazy. Like I've been blessed for the rent I was paying here. Because, man,
bro, I'm telling you, I don't know if and when I'll ever be able to live on myself again, like in an apartment or buy a house. Yeah,
houses already up.
What generational wealth is going to come down from the fucking sky and give me the opportunity to buy a house? I don't think that shit's happening.
Nothing.
A lot of people, a lot of us sitting back hoping people die. Now I'm just never mind.
Wow, that's fucked up, man.
I mean, that's how some of y'all get child. That's how some people get money though. Like they have a life of policy from their grandmas. I've had friends like come up from. I'm not gonna say come up because I've had one friend. He got $100,000, and the next year he was poor. I was like, I don't even know how you do that.
Yeah, just because you're given money does not mean that you automatically know what to do with it.
Yeah, you got to be smart.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think I'm pretty good at being poor. I don't know if I'd be good at being rich. Actually, I'm bad at being poor. I don't know what I am. Who cares?
I mean, I've been poor consistently, so I feel like I'm pretty fucking good at it. Crushing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
I'm just surviving, baby.
So we're all taking the 500K.
Hell yeah.
I'm one anything away from having a bad day. Like one car problem from being poor. I'm one problem from anything from being poor.
Same.
That's a lot of people.
Literally same.
America, greatest economy in the world. Everyone's living fucking paycheck to paycheck and literally one $400 emergency away from being like homeless.
I have a tooth that's so fucked up, but I don't have any more dental insurance until the end of the year. So every day I'm just like, please. I just take like a million ibuprofen and pretend it's not happening.
Cool, man. You may as well start drinking while you're at it too. Because that's what ibuprofen does to your liver. Punches it.
I know.
Bang, bang.
Yeah, I know, because I got my ibuprofen right here. Because I'm also dealing with some fucking tooth problems. Because I grind my teeth because I'm a big ball of stress and anxiety. I don't want to fucking kill myself. But I heard that there's Botox injections that I can get into these parts of my ears or like right in front of my ears that maybe will help relax the muscles there, and I won't grind my teeth anymore, or grind them less at least. So
go get that.
I would love to go get that. But also I would have to get my teeth or some of my teeth.
Do you got insurance now with your job? I would think so.
Yeah, I do. But the thing is, when the fuck do I have time to go off and use it? I work Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. My job is such a goddamn joke.
I be telling people that. Like, what are you supposed to do when you work like a 9 to 5?
You have to look for a place that has either evening hours or has weekend hours. It's a pain in the dick. I don't think I really addressed what I do. Maybe I have. I don't remember. Do you guys know if I've talked about my job?
I know you've talked about it like with me. I don't know about.
Yeah, not in private, but in public.
Like on this show.
I'll let people know in case I've never said it out.
Want me to describe your job?
Yes, I do. Go ahead, Rayshawn. What do you think I do all day?
He talks to addicts, don't you? You're like addict counselor, or you basically get them to who they need to be.
Imagine if I was the guy counseling addicts. How fucking funny would that be? No, it's not that.
I thought it was like people who need assistance for mental health crises type situation.
Kelly's a little bit more on point. So I help people book initial appointments for psychiatry, which is medication management, and talk therapy services. The reason I say it like that is because I talk to people every day who are like, I need psychiatry and I need to talk to somebody. I'm like, so what do you want then? You want meds and you want to talk? They're like, no, I just want to talk to somebody. I need a psychiatrist. I'm like, that's not what a psychiatrist does usually. Anyway, that's what I do. I also do have people who are addicted to like opiates and shit give us calls to get Suboxone scripts and things like that, get into treatment, stuff like that. But yeah, ironically, I'm the dude who helps people get into therapy and psychiatry sessions. So I'm like the I don't want to say gatekeeper. That's the wrong word because that implies that I'm actively trying to keep people out.
You're not getting off your drugs today.
I help people
This
gain
woman gave me an
access.
attitude.
I
Fuck
mean,
you.
sometimes there are days where I'm like, listen, bitch, I'm trying to help you. And you
real.
really need to check your fucking attitude. Like, you just told me you like want to kill yourself, and I'm the one who's got to walk you through this. Maybe you don't be rude to me, maybe, asshole.
Yeah.
I just think it's funny that I'm the person who offers therapy and psychiatry. I forgot why I brought this up outside of to say, I'll probably never have therapy or psychiatry.
Get help, people.
How can I possess that which I do not hold? No, wait, that's not the thing I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of the wrong fucking quote. But anyway, how ironic is that? I'll never get
Star
therapy.
Wars?
And I don't know. I think it was a Rube quote from Dead Like Me. I fumbled the whole bag. All right, it's fine. 500K. Having job sucks.
Hell
if
yeah.
you need mental health, don't call me because it would be a conflict of interest and I'd have to transfer your call and have you talk to one of my peers. And, some of my peers, great. Other ones, maybe I don't want you to talk to them because maybe
I used to have
won't
a
help.
joke about like going to therapy sessions and group therapy, like AA meetings, and it was like it feels like it's a whole whose story is better. Everyone starts off, it'd be like, oh, it's a little bit, then it'd be like, I got fucked or some bullshit. I got raped. Then the next person, like, yeah, I got raped too by 3 of my uncles. You'd be like, damn. So by the time it get to you, you got to be raped by your whole family. Been in a car. It'd be okay. We can go to.
Yeah, we should. I mean, I don't get I do get some fucked up stories sometimes where I'm just like, I can't believe I'm talking to a person that this happened to. I can't give specific instances, but there's been times where I'm like, how are you like not locked away in a psych ward for the rest of your life with like permanent mental damage for all the things that you just described to me?
I'd be like, make a book. They won't even believe it.
Some people kind of play it up a little bit and like they have crazy stories, but you can kind of tell like it's because they have some delusional thing going on with their own mental health diagnosis. Other people, though, the people who tell you the craziest stories always say them very matter-of-factly. Like it's no big deal that it happened because they have no real basis to understand like how fucking crazy what happened was.
Yeah.
Anyway, 500K.
Nice.
I'm not reliving the last year of my shitty life. That's how it was. I took this job at the beginning of this year, and I would rewind this year to not have to do this job again. But I do. I'm done. Work stupid. All right.
That's
next,
funny.
We have a super surprise bonus segment. Ooh, ooh, ooh,
super surprise.
It is a Black Friday, indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, I am joined here today to wish a speedy departure. Get this bitch out of here. Kelly's leaving the show, guys. And
sorry.
This is our last episode that we're doing for season 2. And Kelly is just to be clear, we're not kicking her out. She's leaving of her own accord.
She left. She kicked us out. She said, "Fuck y'all, I'm gone." No, I'm just playing.
I didn't
she'd
say
have
it
to
like
keep
that.
the show going if she was gonna kick us out. And
I'm kicking you guys out and I'm canceling the show.
Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do. Me and Ray are gonna do something, but we don't know what. But yeah, Kelly's got like a life and responsibilities, and she could only meet with us for 1 hour every week. So that's pretty much it. Now that her life's gotten so crazy, it's now consumed that 1 hour. So I don't know. It's been a fun 50-ish episodes, somewhere in there.
It has been so fun. I have laughed so hard. So thanks, guys. Sorry if I'm like sort of a bitch sometimes on here.
I've called you a bitch 3 times
in real
today,
life,
so it's fine.
So, yeah. All right.
Yeah. It's good. Anything? I don't know. I love you. I thank you. We've known about this. We've known about this for about a month now. So if it feels like we're just kind of being like, hey, here it is. It's because we've already had a month to like deal with it mentally. Me and Rayshawn haven't really come up with the game plan for next year. If there is a next year, there's more to come on that. But I don't know.
Or do you
have
guys want another season? Let us know. That's something. Yeah, let us know.
If we do a third season, it's going to be much different. And probably way less ladies, which I don't like. That's not like an on purpose thing. That's not even me being like Kelly sucks. It's not it. I like having a female perspective. But I don't have too many other females that I make podcasts with. So we'll figure something out. We'll have a rotating group maybe of people, but
or if there's a female out there listening, you think you got some good advice and you think you can come up here and
we only refer to them as the scientific
Y chromosome. Oh, is it the X?
I was gonna say someone called me female. Oh my god, gross.
Female. All right. So do you have anything that you want to say before you go, Kel?
A male with tits.
Hey, stop talking about me like that. I'm right here.
Oh.
No, I don't have anything to say. I'm bad at goodbyes. I think that they're awkward and they make me feel uncomfortable.
What is it? I'm too good at goodbyes. Sam Smith. I'm sorry.
I think Rayshawn just stole your goodbye with some Sam Smith lyrics. What the fuck was that up? What was that?
Yeah, bro. What's up?
I'm too good at goodbyes, but it's something like that.
Is that how it goes? That's not how it goes.
Oh, Kelly's you know the song I'm thinking of, right?
I do know what you're talking about with Sam Smith. But I can't think of it right now. Like, the tune won't come to me. I don't know.
Go ahead, Kel. Are you gonna miss the fans? Or are you gonna miss...
I'm not gonna... No offense to the fans. I'm not gonna miss the fans. Who are they? I don't know who they are. Sorry, guys. Yeah. I won't miss you. I'll miss you guys, but I will, it comes and goes because we won't be doing this. So it'll be hard for me to remember. So you guys have to text me and say, hey, bitch, how you doing? Or I'll fucking forget.
Dang, this is in 2 years. She's gonna be like, who's that random black guy we was podcasting with now?
Ray John? What was his name?
What the fuck? He used to say some shit, didn't he? Like,
wild shit. God, he found $1 million bill. Fuck. That was crazy.
Remember that time Ray John threatened to poison everybody's cats? Dogs and shit?
Ham in the trash? I don't know.
Bleached lazy ham bones?
Something. No, I don't mean that to sound shitty. It's just I genuinely have it terrible. I'm really bad at reaching out. So.
Well, maybe we'll have her back for a guest spot in the future and relive the glory days. But
oh my god. And it'll be fresh and wicked funny.
It will be fresh and wicked funny. Just like we always are. Fresh and...
Yeah, but I'll be like extra fresh.
Why? Because you have a year's worth of bullshit to get out in one podcast?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I swear to God, bro. Exactly. We start rolling tape next year and you're like, hey, you want to have me come on and talk some shit?
Get it off your chest. I feel like that would be a good podcast name.
Well, that's a subreddit.
It's already out there. Either way, I don't think I've made more podcasts with anybody else over Kelly. Because I've made, I swear to God, I don't know that for a fact. I'd have to who gives a shit? I would never do the math on this. But
I feel like I would be really close.
No, you are. You're probably the only other one who's close in recent years. I mean, early on, Mike and Brandon did 1 million of them with me, but...
Oh, damn, never mind. If you're doing millions of episodes, and I wasn't up there. That must have been a hyperbole. I used the wrong word, didn't I?
Hyperbole?
Hyperbole.
Hyperbole is a way cooler name for hyperbole. I was going to just let it go because I forget what word you said the other day. And I was like, wait a minute, what did you say? You said the word resurrection, but I thought you said the word resurrection of F, recreational F, and I just couldn't stop laughing at you about it. Shit, I lost it. Hyperbole. I haven't done more podcasts with anybody else, I don't think, than I have with Kelly. So it's kind of bumming for me. I've beat a lot of shit with you over the last
I know, it's been so fun.
It's been like 4 years.
It really has. No, I know.
Yeah, I've been did the Haiku pod and everything.
No, it's
we started in 2000 and
20.
19.
Remember the first time we went to go see that movie, the My Hero movie? It was like right before COVID started, and you brought fucking disinfectant to the theater with you, and I was like,
hell yeah.
You were like, are you gonna laugh at me if I disinfect the seats? I'm like, probably, but whatever, dude.
Did it anyway.
That's when we really started working on shit together. So it'll be like 4 years and a couple months. So
I feel like you would have been so uncomfortable if you didn't do that. Kelly, like if you didn't like, I feel like you wouldn't been able to sit down.
I wouldn't have gone. I brought it with me. I would not have gone. I swear to God, I'm fucking crazy and not afraid to just show it, I guess.
Yeah. No, that's what we love about you. And that's what we've appreciated about you on the Advice Pod over the last couple seasons. And we will obviously keep in touch with you, but it is weird that one of my main podcast compadres is no longer a regular thing. So thank you
for compadre.
Yeah, no shit, you're my compadre, but you're not my podcast compadre.
Okay.
See you later, Kelly, and hope you do great in your future endeavors, and hopefully you come back one day.
Rayshon's like, let's wrap it up.
Yeah, Rayshon's like, all right, bitch, we get it. Goodbye. Next.
I'm just,
I think Rayshon's heard that you've done more episodes with me than he has. But now, Ray.
Tone changed.
That's funny.
He's like, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
We're going to count them after this.
We're going to do some quick math and dig through like 500 podcast episodes between 3 different feeds after we're done with this.
Number.
All right, so that's season 2 of the Advice Pod. Thanks again, Kel. We love you. Season 3 to be continued. TBD.
Nice.
Season 3 TBD. If we do it, me and Rayshon do. If we do it, Rayshon and I are very much trying to like think of a different sort of way to do it. We're still going to do it online like this stupid shit. We're still going to read stupid Reddit posts, but we're not sure if we get a third new permanent host. We're not sure if we just have a rotating third person in. Like I've got a couple of listeners who I definitely know would like to give it a shot. Not as a permanent third host, but like to come on and give their thoughts on shit. Jackson wants to come back in and do some stuff. I've got a couple other people who have been asking repeatedly to come on and do the show with us for the last couple of years. So we can figure something out, but we got to make sure that it makes sense for us to do, if that makes sense. But thanks everybody for listening to the show. If you enjoyed the second season here, please go rate our show on Apple Podcasts. I don't think I've gotten a review there in like a fucking year. And that's not a year that I want to relive. Give me that $500,000, Chachi. I ain't got time for this bullshit again. Go review my podcast. And
great.
Hope you had a great Thanksgiving because that shit was yesterday. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. We'll probably see you in the spring, March, April, somewhere in there, which is a long time for a podcast. But you know what? I don't give a shit, dog. I'll rebuild this fucking momentum all over again every goddamn season because I can't do every single week with this. This is a tougher show to do. Anyway, I'm done crying. You guys got any final thoughts before we wrap up? Kelly, you're dead to us. You shouldn't have any thoughts. Rayshon, you got anything?
I just want to wish all you guys a happy Thanksgiving and also a happy Christmas and a happy New Year's. Hopefully we be back better than ever and, keep it going for you guys. I love having fun with talking advice. But I don't know. We could change up the concept a little bit, do something a little different. But, just hit us up. Let us know how you guys feel.
I love the idea. I love the idea of you guys come back. I'm so sorry. You guys come back better than ever. And it's like we fucking shed that dead weight that was Kelly. But Advice Pod 2.0.
We had that conversation. We had that conversation. It's just the two of us now and no more Kelly. But I don't know. I think we and Rayshon would eventually kill each other. And also, it's better I think this show works better having more different perspectives. Like, you could even make the argument that, like, the last 2 seasons of episodes that we've done, like, a lot of people probably feel like they know, if they listen to every episode, what your perspective is on things, or mine, or Rayshon's. And we could potentially benefit from having some new people cycle in and cycle out and have some weirder shit to say, and or some better shit. Who knows? Could be useful. We could also bring in like subject matter experts. We could do comedians. We could do other friends from other circles. Like we're talking about a lot of different ideas. So if they happen, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, we'll figure it all out over the winter time, and we hope you guys have a great rest of 2023, and we'll talk to you in 24.
New
Advice?
year, new me.
Oh, shut the fuck up. You're still going to be the same old asshole next year, man. Advice?
Nice.
See ya. Don't be a butt cheek. This is gonna be your last time hearing me say that for a few weeks. So I hope you guys hit this on repeat. Don't be a butt cheek. Yeah, we're gonna do another advice episode coming out in December.
Are we? Did you just make that up?
I
Did we talk
but
about that?
sometimes you guys say stuff and put it in the ether. It might happen.
God damn it. If we have
He's
any
making it
surprise
real.
episodes over the winter break, you can now thank Rayshawn and his Nostradamus-like ability to spew some bullshit out that I feel like I need to adhere to now. Anyway, Kelly, we love you. Thank you. Advice. Don't be a butt cheek. Okay.
Bye.